Well, might possibly my TV might shed some of its bright light off, and that might lighten some things up. I don't know. Well, I don't know if I want that light shining down on me. It's probably gonna burn me up. But I'll see what I can do. Look at you guys up here advocating for me, telling people where to put the. Did that make it a little lighter? If I may ask, where are you located? Lillian, I'm located on Earth. That never gets old. Maybe some of the blue off the TV will help you out. There you go, Mark Wessel. Oh, by the way, Mark, you asked me where did I get that white horse on Red Dead Redemption? I was up, I don't know. All I know is that I was in the top left corner of the map. I'm not even past act number 2. I think I'm on act number 2, like when they first got the settlement. I haven't done no missions or anything. I just started going around and exploring, and there was this beautiful white horse in this snow, and I tamed him. And man, that sucker is fast, and it takes like maybe 5 minutes for his endurance to run out. No kidding. But man, I have been super busy studying. PA school is no joke. It is no joke. That's what I'm talking about, Paul. I told you, Paul. I told you. I said it's going to be nothing. I told you. That's what I'm talking about. Did y'all hear that, guys? Paul went and had an examination done because they thought he might have possibly had testicular cancer, and there's nothing there. They found nothing. That's what I'm talking about. I love to hear stuff like that. Kate, are you trying to get me to advertise y'all choir on my channel? Rhonda Quigley. Oh, I'm trying to figure out if there's a way I can put the link in the description. But oh man, I'm not even on my computer anymore. Rhonda, if you go to any of my other videos, you should see a link in the description. That's how you do it. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like if you go to any song that I'm doing, and in the little box right there, it says something like, if you enjoyed the content, please like, subscribe, blah blah blah. You're gonna see an area that says the Patreon or the PayPal area. So that's where you just highlight that, and then it'll take you there. Yes, that's outstanding news, man. Wicked gaming. Hey, that's some serious stuff there, Wicked. You talking about? Wicked, your hair should have turned red from blushing from saying that. My gosh. Wicked is crazy. Oh my gosh, this girl is crazy. Oh man. I'm glad to hear that though. I really am glad to hear that. Oh my gosh. No, that's great news though to find out that you don't have no testicular cancer or nothing like that, man. That's awesome. Hey, where is Mary Atterbury? Is she here? Anna Whitaker, MRM. My friend Vanessa is watching with me. Hi, Vanessa. How you doing? Tornado warnings going on where Dwayne Hilton is. That's crazy. All right, there you go. I see you, Mandy Atterbury. Did you want to discuss that here? Because you know how we are here. We're pretty open. We talk about everything here. Come a little closer. Come over and chat to me now. This is Ekete All. Take your hand bango come out to my jar. So what's going on, Mary? What you got going on, sis? I mean, if you don't want to explain it in here, I trust me, I won't be offended if you say, I'd rather not talk about it in here. But if you want to, if you rather email it or something like that, let me know. Like, would you want to email it and then have me do like a video response to whatever it is that you got going on? Because a lot of people have been wanting me to do that, which I just been super busy and have been able to do it. Happy Martin, if you want me to do a reaction or something like that, you have to leave it in the comment section. Because I'm definitely not going to remember what you just asked me to do. If you can imagine, if I get like 1,000, well, I'm not going to exaggerate. If I get like even, if I get like 80 requests a day to do songs, there's no way I'm going to remember it, especially in the live chat. Julia Henderson. What did I just say? Didn't know I did that either, huh? Paul Hellis, man, I'm so glad to hear that though. Okay, guys, so this is just real deal. On my job, just watched Real Derek. How you doing? Wicked, I already know you crazy. I already know what you gonna say. I already know what you thinking, Wicked. Somebody tried to ask me to raffle my picture off. They said they wanted to buy it. I was like, at Latin 417. Yeah, no, at Latin. I wrote the jazz song down you want me to do, but it just that, like I told you guys, I don't know if you was here when I was showing you guys how I do the bingo ball. It just has to come out at random. It is. I gotta be fair. There's a few songs I did a few nights ago. Somebody's like, "Oh my God, you finally did the song I've been asking for 3 months," and I'm like, "Hey, like I said, no, Julie Henderson. What did I just say?" Paul, I do 75 at a time. So I'll write down 75 songs that people have been asking me to do, 75 different random songs from subscribers. I'm not talking about patrons. I'm talking about subscribers. I got you, Mandy. I'll talk about that. And whenever I put those 75 songs in there, after I take care of the patrons, and I'll do like maybe I'll do like 10 patron songs, and I'll do like 3 patron songs, and then like 5 patron songs, and then like 3 subscriber songs and 4 patron songs. But I just pull them out at random. Once all 75 songs are out, I put a whole new fresh 75 songs in there. I think I'm gonna start recording myself doing it so y'all can see. Number 1 got picked, and this is George Strait. Number 15 got picked, and this is Miranda Lambert. And yeah, I got you, Atlanta. I know what you're saying. What's a worky ticket? I'm lost. Y'all must not be talking to me. Mandy Atterbury, can I ask you, have you been drinking a lot of water? Anissa Lynn, I would be lying if I sat here and said, oh, yeah, sure it is. I can't even remember what song you even asked me to do, but I know I wrote it down and put it on there. So somebody called you a worky ticket game, and I don't know what that is. That's fine, Paul. Ena Whitaker asked, "Do I like comedy spoof songs?" Ena Whitaker, have you seen any of my videos? I've done spoofs myself. Julie Henderson, you trying to advertise your dad's band? Brandy, what's going on, sis? OKC, how you doing? Hannah Byrne. I don't know how you say that. Byrne? Hannah Byrne, thank you. You say you subscribe because I don't interrupt the music clips. Yeah, I know. That's why a lot of people jumped onto my channel. Man, you said y'all thought Susan was lost. Brandy, I hope you are doing good, sis. I know you got a lot of stuff going on a lot of times, but I hope you are doing good. No, Ena Whitaker, what I'm telling you is that I've personally done spoof songs myself. I've done two of them. I think I did, that song by Sugarland called Why Don't You Stay? I got one I did myself called Why Don't You Spray? And then I did one, oh, I forget the guy name, Jason Aldean doing Chilling on a Dirt Road or Dirt Road Anthem. I did one called Chilling in the Ghetto Anthem. I don't know if you've seen it or not, but okay, it is pronounced burn. Okay, I was right. It's only on the left side. Is it like where your temple is, Mandy? Well, I was going to ask you that whatever side your headache is on, try if you lay down on that side and the pain go away. A lot of times that can be like what's called like a stress-related headache or a tension. So it might have something to do with one of your muscles in the back called like either the sternocleidomastoid. It's this muscle. Like when you turn your head and you see that big muscle right here, it goes from your sternum and it goes into the mastoid back here. A lot of times, putting pressure on that area back there can actually cause that effect to happen. And also sometimes in one of you might have a trigger point in one of your trapezius muscles that you would be able to find and press on. And a lot of times, if you press on the right spot, you can feel the wave over your whole area right here of that side of your head. Happy Martin, like what I mean, like after this video is done, or okay, like the last video I just did, the live video that I just did, like 45 minutes or an hour ago. I want you to put it in that live video, not this one right now, but the last live video I did. So just put it in the comment section there. Hey Brandy, didn't you send me like a picture of you for that subscriber tribute? A worky ticket, man. Wicked, I have no idea what that is. Ooh, hey, Wicked Gaming. This is something on here called. Hold on. Can you guys hear that? Wicked, can you guys hear that music? If you guys can hear that music, Wicked, that's called Worky Ticket. I don't know if y'all can hear that. What in the world is that? Oh, I actually like this, Wicked. Wicked is called Toy Dolls. She's a worky ticket. So you have to look that up. It sounds pretty funny. But Anna Whitaker, yeah. If you go into my let me see. If I forget what category I have them in, but if you go into my channel and you click on the playlist, you will see a bunch of different topics on there. You'll see things like funny reactions or home entertainment comedy videos. I think it might be in the home entertainment comedy videos is where you will find it in there. But back to my friend Miss Mary Atterbury. Yeah, so there's things in your shoulders called trigger points, and if you can find the right spot, you will be able to find it because you can press down, but then you'll find a spot that when you press down, it feels a little bit more sensitive than the other spot. So what you would do, either you can get your daughter or somebody, or find something to where you can actually press it into it. Like if you have a cane somewhere, the hook part of the cane that comes like this, you will find that spot right there, and you would take the cane and pull down on that spot. That's what you would do. A flamethrowing bullhead, Susan. I don't know. I don't know what you didn't watch, sis. Yeah, Brandy. I think you sent a very nice picture. You had like this white hair. I almost wanted to look. If that was you, I almost wanted to say you look like what something out of Lord of the Rings, like a she elf. She elf is what I'm saying. I'm gonna just throw a little something out there for you guys too. That if you are trying to address me, you got to make sure that you're not putting MRM or putting Thai. If you put modern Renaissance man, I'm sorry that you got to spell it out, but it jumps out at me like big orange title jumps at me so I can see it. Otherwise, I wouldn't know if you guys are talking to me. Red Moonlight is from the Philippines. Sila Angulo mo. Malaki ang puwet mo. Thank you, Brandy. Said MRM is the best. What's going on, Bobby Beatty? It'd be easy to say your name backwards. Like it'd be easy to be saying Beatty Bobby. The Bobby Beatty seemed like it just kind of almost messes me up. Oh no, Brandy, you're only here half the time. I miss you when you go. No, but stay healthy, sis. If your battery dies. Somebody's talking about a Night Wish video from yesterday. Oh my God, you talking about Night Wish? Two things happened. You guys have no idea. Oh, the flaming bullhead from 2 nights ago. I didn't even pay attention to that. I thought it was just, I know it was I wouldn't necessarily say that it was a flaming bullhead. It looked more like it was a bullhead that was made up of candles or something. I don't know. Paul, he lets no, I don't really drink. Oh, you listening to it, Wicked? What's going on, Jolo XD? Bobby Biddy, there's nothing to apologize, man. You are more entitled to your own opinion. And what I was telling you when I talked to you earlier is that I tease them too. I'll say, hey guys, I'll talk and I'll say things like blah 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 blah, but you guys not paying me no attention anyway because y'all just chatting away in here. Y'all not paying attention to what I'm saying or the song. They know I tease them all the time, so there was nothing bad about that. Ena Whitaker, no, it depends on how far it depends on how bad your sciatica is, for one. Now, what your doctor is saying, you can't do nothing about your sciatica, either he's just uneducated in it, he don't know much about it, or it's something that's going on in your back that's pretty much not fixed. Your sciatica is most likely going to always come from having a herniated disc in your back. So you might have pain shooting down your leg. It depends on which one it is. If you tell me which one, the pain that's going, if you since you have sciatica, which leg is it going down? Massachusetts, Victoria. I got a friend from Massachusetts, from Boston, however he says it. Park the car in Harvard Yard. Wicked Gaming, you are crazy. Uh-oh, Johnny Techno got a question that stumped the neurologist. Oh boy. How did you learn those Tagalog words? I have no idea what you mean by that, Red Moonlight. Ooh, Enya Whitaker? Both your legs are numb? That is, hey, I don't want to scare you or nothing, but that is not good. If your legs are painful, that's a good thing. But if your legs are completely numb, that both of them, that's crazy. So, I would need to know what is going on in your back. That's what I would need to know. And when you say your legs are numb, are you talking about your thighs, your, your tibia bone, which is, your shins, all the way to your feet, or are you just talking about a certain portion of your legs? Levon Gasparin, I have no favorite singer. Daryl Parsons, hello from Fallon by. You say, do I think there is okay, Clay Heathcott, do you believe or think there is a set amount of time for someone to go through or their grieving process? No, I do not. Clay, nobody can put a time limit on how long a person can grieve over something. But in time, what? When I talk to people about certain things they're healing from, I always tell them this. Whenever we have patients, let's just say we do, like, for instance, like being OPA, that's orthopedic physician assistant, you do a surgery and you perform like a knee replacement. And when the patient comes out of it, you go see how they're doing after the anesthesia and wore off, after they came from under anesthesia and they awake. They always ask you, how long is it going to take for this to heal? And I always tell them, I can't tell you how long it's going to take to heal. I can sit there and throw you something out there and say 4 to 6 weeks or 8 to 12 weeks or 6 months to a year. But a whole bunch of things can take place during that healing process that can slow the healing down. So what I tell them is that I can't tell you how fast or slow you're going to heal, but I do tell them that in time, under the right circumstances, you do heal. And that's what I say to people about a lot of things. Whether you lost a family member or, dealing with depression, all kind of different things. Yes, Hannah Byrne, like, go to any one of my videos. Like, if you go to my like the videos I did tonight, um, go to those videos and put it in the comment section. Oh wow, Debbie, that's awesome. Your son is officially a professional artist, huh? That is awesome. I hope you took pictures of those. He probably got that gift from you, Debbie, from the pictures that you sent me for the tribute. Hello from Cyprus. Read the story behind Toby Keith's song "Crying for Me." Think you will like it. Been trying for a while. Remember, Miss Wendy, I like when you guys tell me the things because, quite frankly, I don't like reading and researching. I mean, with schooling and stuff going on, and the last thing I want to do is research anything. I'd rather hear it from you guys. I like to hear it from you guys because it's different. Like when I read something on my own, I can't interpret or have like the demeanor behind it as if one of you guys telling me. Ina Whitaker, did you get a report back from your doctor telling you that you have a disc herniation? If so, me personally, I would ask you, where is it at in your back? Like, is it L1, 2, 3, 4, 5? And then how many millimeters is the disc herniated? Laura's clocking in, huh? Well, six six no key said my best friend's sister was killed in a car accident over 25 years ago. Her parents moved out of state and built a new house. They built a room for their dead daughter. That's creepy. Well, I mean, that's what some people, actually, if you say that's creepy, I mean, you're entitled to your own opinion as to what you think about that. But a lot of people do things like that. It's more like a memorial. So, is it creepy to go to a graveyard with the tombstone there with flowers and all that stuff on it with the person's picture? Is it creepy when I don't know if you guys, I don't know where you guys are, but is it creepy? I know in Florida, I've seen this a lot, where you go down a certain highway and you will see like where a wreck happened, you will see a cross there and they'll have the cross decorated and they'll put like maybe the hubcap and a picture of the person that died right there. So that's what I'm saying. I understand. I mean, if you think it's creepy, that's fine. But to me, I think it's personally like a thing where they may have had that room set up for their daughter as a memorial, where they might only go and visit that room once a month or something like that. They might kept clothes of hers that still has her scent in it. You know what I mean? So some people just have that. I mean, everybody is different. Paul Hallis, that's good, man. I like to hear that. Good story there. You got a job, not sick anymore, and you're getting ready to get a car. That's what I'm talking about. Awesome. Clay Heathcock, I'm sorry, not Heath. Clay Hathcock. Thank you for that, for checking out the Church/God topic. So many people don't even check those videos out. A lot of people come and straight watch the reaction videos, and then they'll go and watch the Church/God topic and be like, oh my God, dude, the stuff you saying in there helped me so much. That's why I say the introduction in my videos, because people need to get an understanding of what I'm about before they subscribe to me, and then they get an idea of why I'm so positive, why I think so differently. So my next video that I'm going to be doing, I guess, because it caught a lot of attention. I got some emails. Y'all remember when I did that Trump video where somebody wanted me to see what my reaction would be to Trump feeding those football players, whatever like that? That generated a lot of attention, whatever like that. And then everybody's like, well, who's this dude right here? Look what he said about. And it's like they couldn't say what I said about Trump. They were just like, look what he didn't say about Trump. So then they was like, wait a minute, this dude don't watch politics, some random dude. So yeah, people always ask me, dude, do you live under a rock? Yeah, you can say I do because I don't pay attention to it. But anyway, I'm saying on it to say this. Somebody brought to my attention that something that Liam Neeson had said. Have any of y'all heard about that? Susan, studying is crazy. Studying is wicked, like wicked game, you know. No, Paul Hallis, anytime, man. I'm glad everything is going good for you, man. Keep it up. Be smart with everything. Don't overdo nothing. Live at your means. Matter of fact, live below your means. That's why I tell people all the time. Don't live at your means or above your means. Live below your means, and man, I'm telling you. Long as you do those, long as you make sure you have those four things that I mentioned at the end of my videos, I'm telling you guys, there's nothing richer than that. Food, shelter, clothing, and great health. You cannot beat those four things. Now you got a car. It's built on those four pillars. Keep those four pillars the most important thing in your life. You got a car. You got a job. Great. Make sure those things is only going to support and be on top of those four pillars. As long as you keep those four pillars strong, you're going to be good. What could cause sudden easy bruising on someone that never bruised easy before? That sounds like it might be a skin integrity issue or thinning of the blood. Tom Blanket said marriage videos are good too. Thank you. I'm gonna start doing more of those. I got to get back to doing those because that's what actually started me off with this channel. Guys, there's a lot of comments coming in. Somebody asked for my email. Let me see if I can put it in here. Wow, I don't even know if I can even enter. Wait a minute, where'd my messages go? Somebody just asked for my email. It's all what I'm getting ready to say right now is all lowercase. It's tsmith1264@yahoo.com. I'll be doing more of those, Susan. I'll be doing more. I just got to get the time to do it. Um, okay, so Miss Debbie Pepper, you asked me about the Liam Neeson thing, and I don't know if I want to talk about that now, if I want to wait to do that as a video like I did when I did the Donald Trump thing. Because somebody actually asked me, they said, "This is what happened. Can you watch the video and then can you tell me what happened?" So I really ain't got all the way into what happened, but I don't know. Man, I hope everything is okay, Wicked. Cynthia Edmonds, thank you for checking it out, sis. Thank you, thank you. Johnny Techno? No, I don't think Liam Neeson said nothing about. I don't know. I don't think that's what it is though. But you guys know how I am. I talk real about anything. I don't hold no punches on no particular topic. I don't care. I don't let nobody dictate what I talk about and what I don't talk about. Mandy, Mandy Atterbury, my email is all lowercase T Smith 1264@yahoo.com. Uh-oh, somebody said something about racist. What? Hold on. Wrong racist. Well, that's what I was looking at, and I'm gonna do it. I don't know. Like I don't like to spill the beans too early or anything like that. No, it was Liam Neeson. That's who I was told about. They said, what do you think about what Liam Neeson said or did or something like that. So I might have to post a video on what he actually said, which I don't know. Right. So six no hit key whatever you said when you made a comment that said the wrong races. You seem like you called Liam Neeson a racist. Red Moonlight, you're welcome. Matthew Gonzalez, you said real talk. I'm a cop. Always looking for real talking points when I get accused of racism for everything and even the traffic stop when I have no clue of race. Just hard to relate to the issue. I think that the world wants to create so much confusion that nobody knows what is anything. And I think that's why, honestly, I'm not saying anything about myself, but I think that's why a lot of my friends, family, different people come to me and they want my take on it because they know I don't see the world like everybody else um, see the world. That's the problem. See, the thing is, guys, oh my God, it's such a I just got done. When I told y'all that I was really busy, I did a whole lot of different teaching too when I was before, also while I was studying. And you were meant to be offended. You were meant to be uncomfortable. You were meant to be sad. You were meant to be happy. You were meant to be joyful. You were meant to laugh. You were meant to cry. You were meant to be angry. You were meant to be jealous. If you weren't meant to have all those things, then you never would have been created to have all those things. You know what I mean? All those different feelings and emotions we experience in life were meant there. They were there for a reason. You know what I mean? Johnny Techno, I wouldn't necessarily say that racism has gotten worse. I would just say that there's just more exposure to it. But to me, it hasn't gotten worse. It's just that everybody has a camera in their hand now, and more everybody can see more of it. But it doesn't mean that to me personally, I mean, it hasn't gotten worse. It just always has been. But it's not worse. It's just that now everybody get to see it. It's just like, man, some pastor got mad because he wanted me to come to his church and talk about how, oh, it's the signs of the time because things are getting bad. Look, the world is getting wicked. And I was like, oh my God, not this again. No, 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 no. It's just that everybody has a camera in their hand. And if you show what's going on all around the world, they want to take that and make it seem like, oh, it's the end time. Oh, it's not no end times. It's just people are just showing everything on YouTube or the news. It's just there's more exposure to it. That's all. It doesn't mean that this actually is worse. That's all it is. It's just more exposure. So if I sat there and showed you guys, like when I was growing up, all the shooting and stuff that was going on in Chicago, if I sat there and showed you guys video after video of shooting going down or drive-bys going down, would you say, oh man, Chicago is getting worse? No, it's just that there's always drive-bys and shootings and gang-related activity in Chicago. It's just now you guys are just seeing more of it. Just because you see more of it don't mean that it's getting worse. It only simply means you're just seeing more of it. Yeah, man, the antibacterial, yeah, that's all weird. I'm telling you right now, I look at things right now and people gonna do what they want to. I'm kind of giving. I got an idea what the agenda of the world system is. So that's why I make sure I let my sons in. My sons, when I teach my sons, they think for themselves. Never go along with the masses and the crowd of something. You always think for yourself. Think intellectually. Think without necessarily being having your emotions drawn to it. Because if your emotions get drawn to it, you start to think illogical. Then you might say things that you don't mean to say. Because now you're not saying things based off of truthfulness. You're saying it based off because something hurt your feelings. Like I'll give y'all an example. That video I did the other day with Miranda Lambert. When I did that video with Miranda Lambert, everybody that followed me, you guys all know that when I first did gunpowder and lead, and then I don't know what the other name of it was. I just love gunpowder and lead. But when I did the video about her burning down that house and her and Carrie Underwood tearing stuff up, whatever like that, y'all know that I was gonna joke around with that other video I just did when the little boy died. Man, people were writing me saying, you shouldn't say things like that about Miranda Lambert. She would never hurt a fly. She's really nice. Instead of talking about Miranda Lambert, you should pray for her. And I'm like, you do know that's a video, right? Like, you do know that that is all acting going on in that video. Like, they make it, it's just so, this world is just, the way people think just boggles me because it's like, you do know that I'm basing this off of the videos that we watch. I know that Miranda Lambert probably is a really sweet girl and got good morals and all that. You really think I think that that girl is a murderer? I mean, it's just amazing. So it's kind of scary because it lets me know that people's minds are so fragile and feeble that a lot of times you let emotions get in the way of truth. You let, because you might have a belief about something and then you emotionally attached to it. So if I say something about that very thing that you attached to, you get offended. Now you want to curse me out because I said something that offended something that you believed in. And that's what I mean. You can't even have a logical conversation. I get offended, but you're not going to know it. You will not know that I got offended. You're going to see, I'll take that in and I'm going to rebuttal with something, but you're not going to know that I got offended because I'm not going to, what? I can't believe you did this to me. I don't do that. I just talk. Beth Burns, as of right now, OPA, PTA, and hopefully soon to be a PA. Michelle Laborde, you said, I've enjoyed your videos for a few months. Keep up the good work. Thank you for allowing me to go down the rabbit hole a few times. Hey, no biggie. I'm glad everything's starting to turn up for you, though. John Techno, exactly. It's been the end time since my grandma told me, that her grandma told her that it was the end time and all that stuff. So Blake Wilcox, this is not the chat room to be doing any type of campaigning or anything like that. So if that's something you're gonna continue to do, I'm gonna have to drop you out of the chat room, sir. No hate or nothing like that. I mean, you like Trump, that's great. If you don't like Trump, that's great. But one thing we're not gonna do no campaigning or anything like that in this chat. This is not the platform for that. Cupcakes. You said you were an introvert and you got a name like Cupcakes, huh? How ironic. That's poetically ironic. Mandy Atterbury, yeah, that's what I'm saying. I know a lot of people say, I don't know. Um, it's just that I'm trying to figure out what's the purpose. You know what I mean? I want to know, like, what's the purpose? What's the agenda? What's the agenda that's behind doing all this stuff? Clay Hathcock, I'm glad. I'm glad to hear that. Matthew Gonzalez, I've been told by people that's been watching that that's called ASMR. I cannot tell you what it stands for, but what happens is that when a person sings and if they hit a note or a certain key or something like that, there's this wave that starts right here in my head and it moves real fast back here to the crown of my head. And I don't scratch my hair, I pull it. See that? I go like this. I pull on it right here. Some people think I'm gonna go bald, but actually my hair is really long. Actually, well, for black people, a black man, my hair is pretty thick and long back here. See Beck, hey, it has been a while. You dipped out, huh? You ditched us. No, I'm just kidding. I'm glad to see you though. Autonomous sensory meridian response. There you go. Bradley Harbin. Yes, I do play the drums, and actually, I think I'm gonna plan on getting me a drum set to put in my garage, so I can do some videos with that too. I might do videos where I would be playing like an instrumental, but I'll be playing the drums to it. Yes, Nancy Nocella. I laugh when you start pulling your hair. Yeah, it's I don't know. It's crazy now. Now I done got a clothing line. Now I done got sponsored and all that. Got a clothing line from one of my great mentors slash father figure of mine named Dr. Wendell Beckton. And I promise you, once we get everything together, y'all see me wearing the shirts. Those are like prototypes. Once we get everything together, I'm gonna let you guys know when they can go on sale, whatever like that. Well, see, Paul Hallis, that's what I'm talking about right there. See, I understand what you mean by that, but then yet I don't understand. Okay, I'm the type of person, guys, y'all gotta understand where I grew up at, we didn't have these so-called invisible barriers. In the hood, in the ghetto, there was no don't talk about politics, don't talk about religion. We talked about whatever we want to talk about, whether somebody got offended or whether somebody didn't. The whole point is that we are human beings having conversations. It's simple as this. You think fried chicken is really good and you think it's the best. I might think the grilled chicken is really good and it's the best, but there should be no reason for me and you to fight over that. So whether you have a certain religion background, whether you have a certain, I don't even politics, I don't even get into it, but whether you are, what is it, Democrat or Republican, whatever you are, that should not, whatever. If you one thing and you another, that's fine. But it should not, I don't understand why it caused people to fight. I mean, Trump don't even know who I am. He probably don't even know who none of you guys are. I probably can care less, but I'm just saying, I'm not going to sit here and get mad at you because you like somebody that I don't like. I mean, that sounds like some, to me, I'm just being honest with you guys. That sounds kind of like some, I don't know. You just had to grow up where I grew up at to understand my mindset. Cause that, to us in the streets, when we talk about things like that, we call that, we say, we call it lemon lame. Like that's some lame stuff. I mean, we like people getting mad over stuff like that. So, but in other words, I'm saying all this because of this. These so-called made up rules that we supposed to abide by in fear of offending somebody, I don't abide by those rules. I will ask a woman her age and don't care. I mean, you ain't supposed to ask a woman her age. Who said that? Who came up with that rule that I can't ask a woman her age? You know what I mean? These little things like that get embedded in our mind and then we go and live with, and then somebody break that rule, all of a sudden we instantly get mad at them because it's like, wait, don't talk about religion. Don't talk about politics. Why? Because you're not supposed to. Who said it? And what makes them right? Who? I mean, to me, that seems like that trumps the very thing of what we call ourselves, which is the United States of America. I mean, to me, that put a division right there. Bam, don't talk to them. It's just, to me, I'm just being honest with you. It's no different than somebody saying, hey, don't talk to the white people over there, because da 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 da. Or white people going, hey, don't talk to the black people or black people going, hey, don't talk to the Mexicans because, they're like that. Or Mexicans going, hey, don't talk to the Latinos, but the Mexicans can be like, hey, don't talk to the white people. I mean, all of a sudden, you teach people this way. It gets ingrained in their mind at a young age, and there's division. They didn't even, I mean, I didn't even get a chance to talk to you. And this thing, it goes further than that. It goes into church. That's why I tell people, as being an evangelist, that's why when I done spoke at Catholic churches, Presbyterian churches, Lutheran churches, Baptist churches, Apostolic. I done spoke at many different church backgrounds, all based on the fact that when somebody asks me what's your background, I tell them I don't have one. They say, well, are you Baptist? No. Are you? No. What are you? Then I said, what did Jesus and the apostles them call themselves in the Bible? They say, well, they didn't call themselves nothing. I said, well, I'm not calling myself nothing, because what happens is the minute that I say that I'm of a certain background, a wall goes up. Now, I just sat here and missed out on. I just sat here and missed out on different relationships that I could have possibly have formed with somebody. I done missed out on, maybe the person that I'm talking to, they could be like somebody that can give me some great advice on investing, which I do have a great mentor that did that. But what I'm saying all that for is that's what I'm saying, guys, that the way I grew up, that's why I have a whole different mindset of thinking. You guys think, well, not you, you guys tell me like how positive I am, or y'all like the way I talk, y'all like the way I break things down. That's because I'm not trained by the world system how to think. I mean, it's crazy. I will talk about anything I want to. I will talk about anything y'all want to, and people get offended over it. But I mean, like I said, the whole point is I don't like when nobody try. Now, I'm telling you, I'm telling you right now, my mom watched my live chats, guys. My mom is not going to sit here and tell me what I can and what I can't say, let alone some strangers. I'm not calling you guys strangers, but in a sense, we are strangers to each other. You know what I mean? So if my mom ain't going to tell me what I can and what I can't talk about, surely you ain't going to tell me what I should and what I shouldn't talk about. I'm going to talk about whatever I want to. And I would tell people I'm not mad, but if you don't like what I'm talking about, all you gotta do is click a button and be right off the channel. That's it. But to me, that's what keeps us divided. I'm a Democratic, I'm a Republic. Up there goes a wall. We can't communicate. We ain't even gonna go over to the house for a barbecue. We're not gonna meet with you're not gonna meet with none of your family, all because of a certain side that you own. To me, that is ludicrous, man, because in the end, ain't nobody gonna care what you was. When you die, nobody gonna sit there and care that you was a Democratic or a Republic or whatever the different branches are or anything like that. I'm telling y'all have no idea. When I say I don't know nothing about politics, I think the other day somebody was saying something to me like, they said something to me like, man, Tylen, you speak really good for towards the leftists or the righteous. I'm like, what the heck is a leftist or a rightist? I have no idea. So this person was supposed to get back with me on what all that meant, because I have no idea what a leftist is or a righteous is. What the heck is that? I'm just me. I'm just telling y'all straight up. I mean, that's how I am. I've been in this thing too long. If I learn there's politics in church. I mean, once you get in church, people are so happy that you're in church. You're going there faithfully. I'm playing the keyboard. I'm directing the choir. I'm directing the men's choir. I'm directing the youth choir. I'm playing for the whole church service, whether it's the drums, bass, organ, or piano. And then we go into other churches and we visit with these churches within our organization. There's hierarchies. It's like, wait a minute, you have a certain social economic class? Well, we're going to keep y'all over here. Oh, he's a therapist, so he makes this amount of money. So we're gonna keep him with everybody else group of people that make money. I couldn't believe this stuff goes on in the church. So that's what I'm saying. I can't do it anymore. I'm not gonna do that. I refuse to let anybody dictate what I'm gonna say. That's crazy. I'm gonna talk about what I want to, when I want to, whatever. It's called freedom of speech. And if it offends you, what I'm talking about, then like I said, it's easy. Just jump off the channel. People don't agree with everything that I do or what I say, but I'm not gonna get mad at you because you don't. I'm just gonna be like, oh, okay, well, we can just agree to disagree. That's it. You think fried chicken is great? I think grilled chicken is great. Okay. Now that we disagree on that, we can just quit talking about grilled chicken, move on with our life. So, hey, so what about that game the other day? I mean, but no, people don't want to do that. People stay on it. People stay on it. No, you know, I haven't talked to my brother in 10 years. Why? Because he's a Republican. What? You mean your little brother? The one that you told me that how y'all were poor and y'all slept in the same bed till y'all were 10 years old, and how y'all played in the creek, how your brother saved you from a dog that was attacking you, that brother. And all of a sudden, because he's Democratic and you're Republican, y'all not talking no more. You do know that when you die, nobody's going to care. I mean, it's just crazy, folks. I'm all about people. I'm all about relationships. I'm all about people trying to get like the best thing they can out of this one journey you get in this life. You get one journey, one life. That's it, man. And then when it's gone, it is gone. I mean, it's over. So I'm going to make sure that during this time that I'm on this earth, I'm going to have fun. I'm going to live life to the fullest. I'm going to live. I'm going to meet people. I'm going to love people. I'm going to just get the best out of this life that I can. And I'm going to try to help increase other people's life while I'm on this thing. I mean, that's just what I'm saying. I can't do it. I'm not going to let what the world system tell me to do and what the world system tells me to say dictate my life, because that's not living. That's being programmed. That's what I'm saying. That's why when I go to these schools and these people are amazed, like they think I'm some super crazy, like I just spend gobs and gobs of time reading philosophy books or anything like that. I don't do it. I've had professors come up to me after I gave like a talk. They're coming to me and be like, you know what? You remind me of the great philosopher some, and I'm like, I have no idea who you're talking about. Then I always get asked, have I studied philosophy? No, I'm not. No, I'm not studying no philosophy or whatever like that. That's what I'm saying, guys. See, the thing is, this is what I've known. I know that the best way you can help someone, whether you're trying to get them to think differently, it has to be a one-on-one basis. It's all about individuality. It's not about like, I tell people all the time, okay, these people always want to pay me to come and talk to these kids at these schools or anything like that. But I tell them all the time, the best way I'm going to affect this child or these kids, I need to talk to them one-on-one. I don't want to talk to 5 kids at one time in a room. I want to talk to one kid at a time because people, when you with a crowd of folks, you are one way. But when it's just me and you one-on-one, you are a totally different person. You are a totally different person. So that's why I like to do that. It's just that um, most people they think that if you go to a school and I talk to a mass of kids, that I'm going to be able to change a mass of kids. No, I have to talk to that kid individual. Lisa C, that's absolutely right. That's what I'm saying. Beth Burns, I just turned 37 on February the 1st. And I've been doing this since I was 19 years old. Barbara Anderson, Barbara Anderson, the most important thing you said, I mean, everything you just said was important in there, but one of the most important things you just said was what you put in parentheses. If you want to. That is huge. That is huge. That is a huge statement right there, Barbara. Barbara Anderson. Barbara DeGeneiro. But no, that's what'll happen. We'll start talking about stuff and people instantly will say, "Oh, nope, nope, I'm not about to get in this conversation because I don't like talking about it." It's like, everybody just do it because that's the thing to say. You know what I mean? Like, I mean, it's crazy. Like if I was to say, when I say, thank you, Susan. I've been told that since I was 19 years old too. But it's like if I was to say this to some of you guys, like when you meet people and I go, "Hey, how you doing?" They go, "Oh, I'm doing fine." Then I go, "No, how are you really doing?" And then they give me a funny look like, "Wait a minute, what?" I'm like, "No, no, no. You said fine. I know that's the thing that you're supposed to say, but I want to know how are you really doing? I want to know how you're doing. I'm serious about it." Neil, oh well, actually, I'm facing some. Now that's what I like to do right there. I want to get to the heart of the matter. So what I'm saying, we've been trained to respond with, "Hey, how you doing?" "Oh, I'm doing fine." "And you?" "Oh, I'm doing good. Good, thank you." That's how it's like you train to do that without actually meaning it. Sometimes people say to me, they say, "Oh, how's it going, Todd?" I'm like, "I don't know. I just shot my foot off and I lost my dog." And they'll go, "Oh, good." Then they'll go, "Wait, what?" I'm like, see, exactly. You was not even listening. You're used to just responding. And that's the problem. People just are used to responding, not really listening and um, giving info back. They're just used to responding. That's all people do. And that's why a lot of times we can't talk about anything because people are already just on a defense. They're not ready to listen to what you really want to say. They're not really listening to any, sound wisdom. They're just ready to respond. You're talking about something that I don't agree with. Now I'm getting emotionally charged up and mad at you. And then half the time I try to tell people, what did I say that was wrong? I just tell them, what did I say was wrong that made you just like, man, some of the stuff that I've talked about before, people have turned around and they start cursing at me. And I said, I want you to go back and show me in my video, what did I say that was so hateful? What did I say that was wrong? What did I say that offended you to the point to where you actually cursed at me? So now you got to question your own self. What's in you that's kindling that rage, that the minute somebody says something that kind of step on your toes, you instantly just respond with just, "Arr! You don't know what the F you're talking about. You wouldn't know." Dude. I mean, people get mad and start cussing. So then it lets me know where they are mentally. So that's why I say, here's the thing. If I'm at a point to where I try to teach people superior thinking, and that when people start to curse at you and really get irate at you, you just, in my mind, I breathe. I breathe. Now, because what ended up happening, I don't hear what you're trying to say to me anymore. All I hear is your emotions. And now I want to get to, why are you so angry? Why are you so ticked off? What is that? Why are you that way? Who taught you to have that certain type of personality or that certain type of behavior or attitude, that when somebody is trying to say something to you about a certain thing, your instant response is instant anger? Debbie, that's a good way of doing things right there, sis. You compliment everybody. That's good. Barbara Anderson, that's another good quote there, sis. All right, Galore. Benjamin Baca, exactly. It's just like you go and do things and can't even. If I ask you how did you get there, you be like, I don't know. Just autopilot mode, and it's actually kind of scary when you think about it. See back, you said, what do I think about people when they say, "Oh, I'm blessed"? That's almost like people. That's what, honestly, that's like saying, "Oh, I'm just making it by." That's just the thing to say. It's like, please, like because you know what? See back, I always get in trouble with that because what'll end up happening is that let me see something here if I can. Yeah. Whoa. Wait, that may not work. This might come crashing down. There we go. Okay, so what'll end up happening, see back, is when people tell me, "Oh, they say, oh, I'm blessed." I say, "In what way and how?" Then they'll, "Oh, well, see, there's another thing. See, church taught them to do that." Just like another thing I done, I used to burn me up after a while. Say, how come like in church when people greet each other, they go, "Praise the Lord, brother. Praise the Lord, sister." I'm like, why are they saying that? Like, praise the Lord, brother. Praise the Lord, sister. What does that mean? If praise the Lord is an action, so why are we using it like it's a greeting? So, but see back, I'm telling you, people, I make people so mad, man, because that's what they do. Hey, Matt, how's it going, sir? See back, that's what I'm saying, because it's not. And that's what I'm saying. We've been taught to be that way, though. We've been taught to be this emotionalist uh, type of people when it comes to seeing what's wrong with us. But at the same time, we've been taught to be this emotionally rageful, charged people when somebody step in something that we don't think they should be stepping in. I never try to go and change anybody. I always just want to help people that's actually trying to better themselves. Now, I've been doing this for so long. The minute I feel that you're not trying to better yourself, I just don't even waste my time. I'd be like, hey, we can talk about something. We can talk about what's the best pizza. We can talk about what you think is the best hamburger joint. Otherwise, we ain't gonna talk no more about me trying to help you change, because if you ain't trying to change and I'm reading that, I'm not even gonna. Ain't no sense of us even talking about it no more. I'm just not gonna waste my time. It's just gonna be a dead end. I mean, I can tell after talking with I'm telling you guys, all I need to do is talk to a person for about a good 15 minutes, and I got them figured out. And I don't have to be no clinically trained psychologist or anything like that, because that's what I get a lot too. Psychologists get on here and say things. It's so amazing. Psychologists get on here. Well, you're not a trained psychologist. What do you have? You don't have your degree in psychology. And I say, do you have your degree in streetology or ghettoology? I mean, what that degree doesn't mean nothing. That degree doesn't mean nothing. Experience is everything. I don't care what you have your degree in. It does not mean a thing. Back in the day, a doctor became a doctor because he followed another doctor around for like a year of learning everything, a year, and then he ended up being able to practice on his own. I have a doctor right now, a doctor friend of mine. He's in his late 90s. He became a doctor. He got his associate's degree in anatomy and physiology, and then he went on to follow another doctor around for like a year and a half of paid train being a doctor, and he's a doctor. Back in his day, that's how you became a doctor. So all this bull crap of people thinking that they got some special one up on you because they have a degree, it doesn't mean nothing. I can, as a therapist, as a physical therapist, I can train a person to be a therapist without them ever having to go to school. I can show you all the techniques. I can show you everything you need to know about certain ailments in the person's body. I can do hands-on training with you and show you how to pop a neck, crack a back. Once you learn to do that, oh, you really think that degree, that piece of paper that says here is such and such, you think that degree solidifies your experience or who you are and what you really can do? No. It's just a piece of paper that you paid maybe $50,000 a year for, and because it doesn't say nothing about your experience. Shoot, I told the clinical psychologist was getting mad, boy. I mean, you shouldn't be trying to take. I mean, how you gonna tell me I shouldn't be trying to help people? That's crazy. Oh boy, Paul Hallis, I guarantee you, the minute we start talking about spiritual things, this page is gonna start circling. YouTube monitors it. Trust me. No, Paul Hallis, I'm just telling you the truth. I I have no choice. I have no choice but to believe in God. Period. Because of things that happened in my life, because of the experience that I had with the Lord. Period. I have no choice but to believe in it. That's why I tell people I don't throw religion on you guys. I'm not even religious myself. I just follow after God and I do what He tells me to do, and He does speak to me. No, I'm not no present day living prophet, nor do I claim to be. I'm just a simple guy that I know I've been through some crazy stuff in life, and that this intelligent, superior being speaks to me like I'm speaking to you guys right now. No thundering, no lightning, no bright lights, just speaks to me in my conscience and tell me what to say, what to do, how to conduct myself. That's how I learned to be what I am right now. That's what he did for me. And so the reason why I say all that is because I don't believe that when I die that I'm going to be some energy that I don't know. I got to believe what that word says, because before I even read a Bible, picked up a Bible, anything like that, I had a relationship with him. So what do you call a black doctor? Doctor. See, back, I don't get it. You got to break that down to me, sis. I don't know what that means. I hear you, Barbara. Yeah, Susan. I know I keep on. I know I've talked about it before, where I said I'm going to have to do a little series on teaching superior minded thinking. See, Teresa Archie said, we've been taught it's not polite to burden others with our problems. And that's crazy. It's like they're trying to teach us not to be human, teach us not to care. That's why we can hear it. I mean, guys, that's why, like I told you, when I say I don't watch, when people try to catch me on this, like, Tyler, I thought you don't watch TV. You have a TV in your home. When I say I don't watch TV, I mean, I have no cable. I don't watch the news or anything like that. I don't. I really, really don't. Because I think, like, after some time, especially like if you grew up like in an area like Chicago, you get so used to hearing violent acts of crime so much that you become numb to it. I mean, hey, we saw dead, we seen the dead body, and after you seen dead bodies for a while, you just become numb to it. It doesn't even affect you no more. So in other words, it seems like you just become emotionless. So I'm saying that because I think after you see so much negativity, so much things happening, it's just like what we call like in therapy, where we get somebody's skin used to a certain type of texture, that it becomes numb. You don't even feel it no more. It has no effect on you. So it's sad that they want to teach us that don't burden people with your problems or anything like that, because it's like they scared that we actually going to feel like that's what we're supposed to. Guys, you see a man, you only have to, you only, guys, how many times have y'all maybe seen something like on a, I watch YouTube clips like games or something like that, or then sometimes my brothers might have me watch a video. But you know, how would you? I mean, I've seen stuff where even in the ghetto, in the hood, I've seen things where a dude was just like beating the stink out of a girl, and like me and my brothers or me and my cousins, we would just go and rush the dude. The girl probably could have stabbed him, but it just that seeing him wailing on her like that, you just become mad because you see that she's defenseless. Or even if you see somebody abusing an animal, you instantly get mad because your human emotions. But what if you got to a point to where if you seen a woman getting beaten and you like, just another day in the hood? That's what I'm saying. That's a scary place to get to when things don't affect you no more. Okay, Deadwood. Deadwood, I got your message on that. You told me about a certain torch to use. Six no hit key said, truthfully, I don't believe in any of it. No, that's fine. Hey, that's fine. But I can tell you what, though, I don't try to convince nobody of it because he doesn't need my help to do it. I just know the experience that I had. Nobody, I don't care how crazy anybody think that I am, but ain't nobody gonna be able to take away the experience that I've had with him. I don't care. People can call me crazy. They can call me out of my mind. They can call me stupid. I do not care, because guess what? I know that I know that I know without a shadow of a doubt that he is real. I don't try to force, and that's what I'm saying. He doesn't do it. I don't understand why people want to go around knocking on doors and all that and talking about some things like, hey, if you, Christ is no, he never even told nobody to do that. I don't even know why people even do that. He's never told me to do that. I never even seen the Bible where he told them, go and knock on the doors and tell people that, he doesn't force himself upon nobody. So why are we trying to force him on you? We shouldn't even be doing that. If he wants to get your attention, trust me, he can get your attention. And then once you get that experience, you will go around doing it just like I am. It will be no denying. You don't care what people say about you, what you think, because you know that that experience that you had, nobody's going to be able to take that away from you. I don't care about no super intellectual person in Hollywood or whoever is the best philosophers of our day. Can't none of them gonna sit here and tell me the experience that I had. You can't sit there. I've never done drugs in my life, not never been on any medication or anything like that. You're not gonna be able to sit here and tell me that, oh, you was going through some chemical formula in your brain that caused you to hallucinate. Oh, bull crap. I know exactly what I was, and then how come it's steady happening? So that's what I'm saying. I don't. So I get you. You don't have to believe it. I tell people all the time, why would you believe in it? You never had an experience. It's just like in Jamaica, you know, when we family in Jamaica, they don't believe. A lot of people in Jamaica do not believe that racism exists because in Jamaica it's all blacks. So when you go to Jamaica and you talk about racism, they're kind of like, oh, really? Like, oh, wow. I mean, in today's world, you know, they got YouTube and stuff too, so they can see it. But there was a time where they're like, what? No, no, I don't think America, the greatest country in the whole world, is racist. No, they say, no, 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 me not believe that. That's ball like, you know, bomb ass. Me not believe that. But until they moved over here and they experienced it, now it's like they're believers now. Okay, racism does exist. So that's what I say about the same thing with God. I don't sit there and try to push God on nobody or anything like that. It's just the fact that I look at it and I say, well, it's fine that you don't believe in it. Why would you? You never experienced it. So I'm gonna leave that at that. Thank you, Susan. Thank you, C-Back. We heart you. Yeah, Dad. What I got all your extra hints and everything. You said if you can't, oh wow, somebody, yeah, yeah, yes, retract that $10. Thank you, Clay Heathcock, for that comment, sir. Enya Whitaker, that's awesome. That's what I'm talking about. Oh, see back, yeah, there are but see, yeah, there are some, yeah, there's a lot of Asian Jamaicans there now. That's what actually what we call them, Asian Jamaican. Asian Jamaican. What's going on, Terry Ertz? Paul Hollis, yes, it does. You say does it go to a good cause? Yes. But all that is explained. I mean, you have to go back to some of my videos where I talk about things like the donations are going to go to first foremost. The first thing I try to do is try to help people with it, like folks that might be having some certain type of issues, and then at the same time, what I do, the patron money I will use is probably to possibly purchase like a better camera or something like that. Is mainly actually when I started the patron channel, it was people saying things to me like, "Hey, I want to donate some money so you can get yourself some better lighting or a better camera or a better this." But then once they started donating money, I was like, "Hey, you know, the hurricane hit in Panama City, so which they're doing pretty good now." But I found out a lot of my friends got their jobs back. Some of people got their jobs back, which is good. The hospital started hiring some of those people back, which is awesome. What's going on, Joe? Yeah, Matt, you said the outside of the tourist areas in Jamaica is the best areas in Jamaica. Yeah, they want to keep the tourists there because if you go inside Jamaica, you get to see the real deal, is what we call it. You get to see the real deal. But no, that's just one of my things that I don't know, guys. It's so much stuff that I can break down and explain that it'll be something like this. We have to be done over a segment of different videos because topics fly in here and we end up jumping from one topic to another one and all that. So, but the thing is that you just have to, you just have to, I don't know. I just tell people you have to think for yourself, man. I mean, Paul Harris, I deal with those people all the time. Oh yeah, I remember that Deadwood. I was pressing you, wasn't I? I was pressing you, Deadwood. I was pressing you to try to go to see your family. I'm like, hey, we could put some stuff together and get you a ticket. We just about to get you over there, but you wanted to get your affairs and all that stuff in order. So, heck yeah, appreciate that, man. Jacob Bet Spoonie, what is going on, sis? Raymond asked me, am I live? Yes, sir. Raymond Doolin, I am live. Paul Halis, I treat disabled veterans. Clay Hathcott, I really don't. What as far as country music, I've been liking it. But you know what? It goes just as much as any other kind of music. Now, one thing I do like about country music though, country music seems to be a little bit more positive. You know what I mean? Not saying that other music ain't positive, but country music seems to be a little bit more. Well, wait, let me take that back because you already know what Miranda Lambert them and Carrie Underwood. No, I'm just kidding. But seriously though, country music seems to be a little bit more positive than most genres of music. I like, they're constantly telling stories, but rap music does the same thing too, but it just comes off as being so harsh. And that's another thing I think too. I think people have been taught to dislike rap music because of the image of people that's rapping, the image that they portray, which I agree with it. MRM, what is your favorite place to go visit? Oh man, I really don't have a favorite place to go visit. I like visiting places because I like to meet new people, be around a different culture, be around a different demeanor of people. I love doing that. But as far as a place, I really don't have one. Jamaica is beautiful. Been there 3 times. Johnny Techno. All right. You have a medical assessment tomorrow, huh? Yeah, Mandy Miss Atterbury. Yeah, I want you to try doing that. When I know you say you drink water a lot, but what I always say to people when people say, "Oh man, I drink water all the time," I always ask them, "Yeah, but are you drinking?" The question is, are you drinking enough? You know, what I always tell people to balance yourself out, Mandy, drink so much water that you find yourself peeing every 10 minutes. Once you find yourself peeing every 10 minutes, maybe for like 4 bouts, then drop back off on the water to make that's one way of you kind of making your body balanced out, making it alkaline or giving it equilibrium. Doc, you the water champ. But yeah, definitely be praying for you. Trent Buckingham, bass solo. I don't know. Are you asking me to do one? I played the bass on there plenty of times. Go to my on my channel, Trent. Go to the home entertainment slash comedy videos. I'm playing the piano on there and I'm playing the bass on there too. And I'm having you guys guess the song. I got to get back to doing that too. What? Oh yeah, Barbara. But in today's world, Barbara, I know what you. Yeah, I get what you're saying. You're absolutely right about that. But in today's world, and today's diet, that'll be very hard to do. Because if you look on the packages of any food that you're eating, you're going to see the sodium content on there. Matter of fact, what I tell people to do when you look at the sodium content on packages, don't look at the milligrams per se. Look at what it says percentage is. So I'm almost sure that especially in the American diet, you probably ain't gonna be able to drink enough water to keep up with the amount of sodium you put in there unless you kind of eat sort of like the way I do, where you eat mainly raw fruits and vegetables and a little bit of meat throughout the week, and then I splurge on the weekends, as some of y'all seen the video. But yeah, in today's world, I mean, my God, the sodium, salt content. I mean, sodium is in soda, even though it's sweet. Sodium is in ice cream. Sodium is in some of everything. So I don't think you're gonna. That's the reason why I said drink enough water to where you're peeing every 10 minutes, like for 4 bouts. And what that means is that when you go to the bathroom 4 times every 10 minutes, then you can back off on the water. Just putting your body balanced out, making sure that it's flushing all that stuff out. Trent Buckingham said he plays the bass too. All right, I heard that. Barbara the General, it all depends on what you got going on. It don't necessarily mean that you got muscle damage. If you talking about your thumb locking up, when you say lock up, is it like locking up like like I don't know, is it like going like this or locking up like it's going pointy or whatever like that? Because that's gonna be an issue with some muscles in your forearms right there if it's dealing with your thumb. And it all depends on if you. I don't know if I don't remember if you told me that you type a lot. Paul Hallis, I mainly work out at home. Yep, I have a sports medicine background, and I do a lot of my stuff. I have a video on YouTube that I did for a friend of mine. You'll find it in the fitness section where I'm doing a workout, and when you see that workout in there, that's something that I almost do all the time. But I do a lot of stuff that you would naturally do with your own body. You know what I mean? Benjamin Baca, man, you know what you know because your mind is open. You see and hear. That is the real secret of life. It took me 45 years to use what I've seen and lived through. Hey, that's awesome. Thank you for that compliment. Seaback, my favorite bassist. I don't know. I don't, y'all, it's be really, it blows people's mind. What I do is I listen to certain music. If I hear a bass line in there, I'll play that bass line. And I know people think that, like, they'll think because I play the piano too, they'll say, who's my favorite pianist? I don't have one. So I don't have a favorite bassist. I really never listen to basses per se. I listen to music that might have a bass riff in it, and I'm like, okay, I'm still in that, and I'm gonna pick it up and I'm gonna play it. Just like me being an athlete, doing track and field and all that. Or I never watched. I played basketball. I never watched basketball until like the championship. I never watched track and field unless it was the Olympics, and I actually went to college from doing track and field. So I mean, you would think it'd be the other way around, but no, that's just me. I don't know. I say it all the time when I say I'm weird. Clay, yeah, you saw that weekend video, yeah, because people didn't believe me when I told them that I can put down like 5 pounds of food. I'm telling you, that's my cheat day. Paul Harris, exactly. Pull up, push ups, sit ups. I do handstand, I do handstand press ups too. So if you, I do a lot of I hate to call them CrossFit movements. They're not CrossFit movements, but I do a lot of movements like that where you squatting or doing like front cleans, back cleans, push press or thrusters, double unders. I do that a lot. Well, Barbara, yes, it can. Yep, I remember you telling me that a while back about C3 through C6. It definitely can be. Or it's some nerves that come from your neck out into your shoulder area called the brachial plexus. And those nerves can be affected by that. So they might be kind of sending a signal off that's causing you to have that feeling like that. But one thing that you can do is kind of do something what we call trigger point release. You can curl your fist up and roll it. You can like this. You will curl your fist up like this and roll your arm this way. You would press on one of those muscles, then you will try to keep it pressed down and open your arm like this and then open your fingers like this. But you want to get your hand on the muscle that actually causes the area that's locking up. Like if it's locking up like this, you want to work on the muscle that does the squeezing. And if it's locking up like this, you want to work on the muscle that opens your thumb. Yeah, Debbie, he was pretty good at bases was. Deadwood, yeah, you're right about that, about the tofu thing. Yeah, I don't mess with tofu. Lit hot pepper. I mean, lit hot people. Lit hot people, Tamara. You said I love to eat. Food is my weakness. I love to eat too, but guess what? When I go and I teach, I always show people because I told them I'm a health coach as well. Is that there's nothing wrong with eating, but guess what? What I do with people, I put up 2 heads of romaine lettuce, 3 carrots, a cucumber, and like 2 Granny Smith apples, and I'll say, who can eat all this? And people don't raise their hands. And I'll say, did you know that there's less calories in all those things that I just named off than it is in 2 tablespoons of ranch dressing? Or better yet, you can darn near eat 4 tablespoons of ranch dressing, and there's more calories in that than half a watermelon. Ain't that crazy? So if you can eat a half a watermelon, you're still gonna be eating less calories than it would be in 4 tablespoons of ranch dressing. Can I ask all these good people something? Mandy Atterbury, go ahead and shoot. Susan said I was so polite too, huh? Yeah. I was just talking to my son and while he was doing that and I was letting my dog in and out. Well, Matt, there you go. Hey, Matt, how this is what I do. You said you lift your sons 100 times a day. I'm telling you, Matt, I kid you not when I say this. When my sons were little, you know how I stayed in shape? I did everything they did. If they was on the floor doing like what they butt in the air and trying to kick up, I was doing the same thing too. If they was just on the floor rolling around, I'm telling you, it works, man. It's the crazy. People think I'm joking when I say this. You want to get a workout? When your kids are little, whatever they do, you do it. If they're on the ground crawling, you get down and crawl. Watch how you start breaking down the sweat. Watch out when your kids start like jumping all the time in one place. Start doing it with them and watch what happens. 12-ounce curls and Kegels. Doc, hey, Kegels are the bomb. No, I've never done acupuncture or acupressure now. But see back, I do something myself on some of my patients called trigger point release or myofascia. Lawson 353. There you are. Hey, they were just talking about you the other day, man. They were trying to figure out where you were. And because they're just, I think people were trying to get a care package sent to you. Paul, hey, let's know. When your joints crack, there's actually a gas in your joints moving from one side to another. Like if I sat here and did like this, I don't know if y'all can hear that. Or if I even took my own neck and, or I don't know if y'all heard that, but that's what I'm saying. It doesn't, that's just gas moving from one side to another. Oh man, I didn't know you had a fused cervical and lumbar. Oh man. Yeah, you can't do that. You gotta keep pretty much keep your core and your trunk tight. You gotta do some things called anterior draw-in maneuver. Okay, yeah, Lawson, yeah, you got to get back with us and leave that address because a lot of people have been asking about an address for you. Karen, you said you broke your toe. How long would it hurt? I really can't tell you about that, but what I can tell you is this: um, depending on where your break is, this is gonna be super hard for you to do. If you have anything like a small basin where you can stick your toe in and you put ice water in there, you put it in there and you try to leave your big toe in there until it goes numb. It's going to go through something called C-band. That's C-B-A-N. It's cold, burning, aching, numbness. When you get it to the numbness part, take your toe right back out of that ice cold water. That's what you would want to do. And if you live in an area where there's snow, just take some snow and put it in a bowl and pack that snow around your toe and leave it in there until your toe goes numb. But other than that, your best thing for your broken toe to heal is going to be what we call RICE, and that stands for also rest. Um, it stands for rest, ice, compression, and elevation. Passing gas? What are you talking about, Doc? All right, Trent Buckingham, take it easy. Lit hot people moving into a new house. Man, two more discs in your neck need to be fused. Man, holy smokes, man. See, that's why when the questions like that, I would have you go and ask your doctor. Um, for him to say that, I would want to know how far herniated is your disc in your neck because they're supposed to tell you like in millimeters how far it is. Well, it's possible that it was swell, but the thing is that ice takes care of a lot of swelling. And uh, Terry Ertz, swelling is not necessarily a bad thing. A lot of times when your body swells, what happens is that your body still recognizes that there's an injury there, so it will send swelling. It will send swelling to the area, and what it does when it sends swelling to the area, like your ankle, it keeps your ankle from being mobile. And what the body is doing pretty much is forming a natural splint, which is actually pretty cool. So a lot of people, if they sprain their ankle, they oh my God, my ankle is so swollen. Oh my God. Now they could be bad. Depends on if if it broke a blood vessel or an artery or something like that. But swelling in general is not necessarily a bad thing. It's your body's way of forming a natural splint. That swelling causes compression. Compression causes immobility, which means you can't move it. But as far as healing go, that's when we put the ice in there to bring the swelling down, so it can kind of help take out a lot of the inflammation. Man, how many concussions is too many? I would say three, and it depends on in what period of time too, Paul. Oh, okay. I was about to say, oh, Doc, you crazy. All right, Lacey, you have a good one, sis. Oh, it's in Polish. Well, Matt, what you can do, go on Google and go to translate and click Polish, and then put whatever they said in the Polish part of it and have it interpreted in English. Oh yeah, Terry, it's gonna be like that for a while. Terry, I'm surprised they didn't give you an ankle brace. A chiropractor, Julia? Or we call it in physical therapy, we call it a grade 5 MOB. Holy smokes, JP. He tore the quad. Which muscle did they say it was? Like the vastus intermedius or the vastus lateralis, medius, or medialis? All right, little hot Tamara. Little hot people, Tamara. Yep, cavitation. You said it right. Man, Matt, it doesn't always translate. Well, you know what, Matt? However much information it can translate, whatever you can pick up from that, I'll be able to say, okay, I know what's going on here. You know what I mean? Like if I say I went store candy soda, I home now. I mean, you kind of pick up that you saying I went to the store, bought some candy and some a soda, and then I went home. All right, see back. Good night. Good night, Melanie. Wow, Matt, that's crazy. Is there vertigo without dizziness? Actually, John Techno, kind of, yeah, because technically, vertigo is not the same as dizziness. I mean, it sounds weird, but it's not the same as dizziness. And then I would want to know what is causing your vertigos. Like, do you have an nystagmus, or do you have an inner ear problem where there might be crystals in your ear? That definitely can cause vertigo. All right, I hear you lost in 353. I hope everything is going right with you. That's kind of cool. You still keeping up with us. Karen Lind, Karen Lindham, no problem, sis. Oh boy, Laura. Husband won't let you sleep, huh? All right, Raymond Doolum. I'm glad to hear that, Regina. I'm glad to hear that you are okay. That's awesome. Gotta take your nap and go back to work. Yeah, so Lawson 353, you gotta make sure you get us that